Yo, what is going on, guys? So I'm taking a little break playing the Caliga build because then my next big tournament is the Nationals in Germany that is going to be in like 2 3 weeks. So until that, I was like, you know what? Let's invest more time in the Blackwing Centurion build, and I came up with some really cool ideas. And the more I play with the stack, man, the more like I'm not sure if like I don't know, like the deck gets crazy every single day. So I'm not even sure if I want to take the Caliga build to the national. So we'll see, because I'm cooking some crazy stuff here. Yeah, Dragoon is the big topic right now here because this Dragoon play will help us not only to play around Nibiru, but also help us to play more against like Supol and all that. Like, because just having a Dragoon out is definitely going to, so our opponent is 100% definitely, most definitely try to super poly away the Dragoon. So just having him on the field as like a super poly target is already insane. And yeah, and also let me show you like the new plays that are cooked to play around Nibiru and potentially other hand traps. Okay, so I would like to showcase with Simoon, but honestly, if you're starting with Zudri and Shamal and Zudri or Vato, like Zudri and Black Werewolf, the plays are even better to play around hand traps. But yeah, let's just go ahead and showcase this play here real quick. Boom, 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 boom. Just like that, right? We're always going to add Shaman Vata out of this. And then we're going to get this Black Feather Weapons. Now, there's two ways to continue from here. It really depends on what color you respect more. Like, if your biggest concern is Super Poly, then I'm going to show you like a different play. But if your biggest concern is Nibiru, then I would consider uh going this line right here. So activate first Voltage effect, boom, go into Blackwing Dragon, activate Black Feather one, train to Shamal to get Hammer Town to hand, and then obviously Vata is going to be like a fifth summon, but that is totally fine. You can easily get Nip right here and continue playing. If you want to know how, stay tuned on Patreon. I'm gonna upload another video about that. But yeah, this video right now is actually just about Dragoon more than playing around Nibiru. However, just to let you know, like you can get nipped here right now, and it's not a problem. It's not an issue. No problemos. Okay, but let's say you're not getting nipped. He's holding the nip because he also has imperm, for example. No problemos, señoros. Activate Real Storm's effect. Stand Shanga. Now special summon Hamatai. You can still get nipped. It's no problem. Boom, go into Muddy. And now you can actually use Muddy Mud Dragon's effect. And if you get nipped here, it's still, like I said, no problemos, señoros. And boom, go into the Dragoon. And now Nibiru plus Imperm is literally dead. Like he kept the Imperm and Nibiru, but it's not going to do shit anymore. Because first of all, Dragoon cannot be targeted, right? And second of all, you can negate Nibiru. Okay, now you can continue playing with Zephyros, bounce back the Black Feather Wound, boom, boom, boom. Go into Blackwing Dragon, now chain the Black Feather Wound, special summon back your boy Boreal Storm. Use Simoon and him to go into Arcola. Or Corolla, or whatever his name is. Search for the Centurion field spell. And you guys already know what's going on from here. Obviously, do these, that, just like that. And then you can also summon here free Draco Berserker if you wanted to. But yeah, let's say, okay, first of all, we are getting this guy right here, right? Let's say your opponent super polys your Arcola away and you're, I don't know, your Dragoon, okay? Let's say they super do these two away. No problemos. Why? Because you can use Primera and Trudia to still summon the King Calamity, the Crimson Dragon. And then instead of Calamity, which you cannot summon obviously anymore, you can still target the Blackwing Assault Dragon, right? Still target the Blackwing Assault Dragon and summon this Pada. So now you're still going to have a lot of interruptions. You're going to have this Pada, you're going to have Draco Berserker, and you're going to have the Blackwing Assault Dragon. And then once this Pada gets summoned, you can trigger the Black Feather Whirlwind, summon Boreal Storm, and now Shanga in the graveyard is also going to be live because this pattern was summoned. Because Boreal Storm was summoned, okay? So Super Poly and Super Poly and Nibiru literally does not matter at all. Okay, so this is one way to play around it. But if you feel like this is still too unstable for Super Poly, then I got a better solution for you, which is right now here. And the other solution would be if you just play like this, boom, boom, boom. Obviously, same things, like boom, search, blah, blah. But instead of going for Blackwing Dragon with Volta's effect, you can go into, let me show it to you real quick. You go into nothing. You could do that. Chain 1, chain 2, add Zudri. Now you could activate the Black Feather Whirlwind. You could do that to special summon Vata. But then on the summoning of Zudri, you could, on the summoning of Vata, you could get Nibiru. You could get Nibiru, and that would stuck. So I did not activate the Black Feather Whirlwind to summon Zudri. But in that case, if nothing gets impermed, you're also going to be in big trouble. So this is a really risky play. I would not do this as often. I mean, most of the good Blackwing players do not really go this line, but it's just like, let's say game 1 you lose to Super Poly, game 2 you lose to Super Poly, whatever, but somehow manage to survive, whatever. And now you'll be like, okay, you know what? I want to just be 100% Super Poly safe. So I want to go this line, okay? Just to showcase. You could do this, boom, chain 1, chain 2, add Shanga, and then play with a good old Twin Shadow. As you guys can see, we are putting like spice that we used to play with in the past with Dragoon and Twin Shadow. We're putting all those back in the Centurion Blackwing build. Why can we do this? Because we have so much space in the extra deck. Because in the King Kaliuga build, which has its own pros and cons, you have to just waste more extra deck space, right? But in this deck, you don't really have to. So, yeah, it's still a very good deck. What I'm trying to say, but yeah, it's okay. I'm talking too much. Continue. Yeah. So with Twin Shadow, a good card to keep, right? But Nibiru can be a problem here, but Twin Shadow is just going to help us to play more better around, not around, but like against Super Poly. Now we can go into Boreal Storm, chain 1, chain 2, summon Vata, and then Boreal Storm sends the Zonda to the graveyard. You don't really necessarily need Zonda, but it's always good to have Zonda in the graveyard for like more bodies. And then boom, active Vata's effect. It's really important here to send Chinook to the graveyard. Because with the Twin Shadow, you'll be able to get access to Chinook next turn. Now boom, activate Death effect, bounce back to Black Feather Whirlwind, do all of this, right? Go here into the Arcola, chain 1, chain 2, summon Vata back. And then you could boom, go here into Mud Dragon. And then again into Dragoon, if you wanted to. And then we can do this, get Radia, right? But this time we're not going to summon Draco Berserker. No. This time we are actually going to summon this boy right here. Chaos Angel. Okay, this, like I said, just to give my opponent more reasons to Super Poly specific targets. And in that case, we're going to have more important monsters to be able to play with, right? And you can banish also the Black Whirlwind, so you avoid the 1000 damage. Summon the Assault Dragon. Alright, so what's up with this board? How does it play? How does this board play better around Super Poly than the previous one? So first of all, if you're scared of Lightning Storm, whatever, do not summon all of them in attack position. That's the first thing that I wanted to say. But second of all, Chaos Angel with Light and Dark summon is already really hard to out. Okay, in addition, now we have Dragoon. Okay, we got him and we got Dragoon and we got the Arcola. So You don't need necessarily shotgun your King Calamity. That's the first thing. You don't necessarily have to do that. But if you do want to do that, you can do it. But thing is, like, you don't really have to. Whatever. Um, yeah. Let's say, for example, our opponent uses Superpoly to get rid of our Cola and to get rid of. They have to decide now between Dragoon and Chaos Angel. Like, and keeping one of those on the field is already a big threat for my opponent, especially after like a resolved Super Poly, because Super Poly goes -2, so he only gonna have 4 cards left. And if you just negate one of the big plays with Dragoon, it's over, right? However, let's say they do this and that, and somehow also have like, I don't know, fucking droplet. Okay, let's say they also have droplet or whatever. You could still use obviously Primera and Tradia to summon those. Still summon the Crimson Dragon, and then with the Crimson Dragon, still target the Soul Dragon to summon this pattern, right? You can still do this anytime, but in addition, you got now Twin Shadow, and with Twin Shadow, you can obviously summon full Armor Master as a big body, and then also summon Black your Chinook from the graveyard with Black Feather Women, and then that's also like another interruption, right? And then don't forget, we always have Shanga in the graveyard. So how many interruptions do we have right now? We got Shanga, Chinook, Dragoon, Assault Dragon, King Calamity. It is a lot, man. And then Chaos Angel and all that. Like it's pretty nice. And he's probably not even going to get rid of the Dragoon, because most of the times Chaos Angel alone is like a big problem. So I don't even think they're going to Super Poly away your Dragoon. So I feel like they're probably going to take away your Chaos Angel and the Cola, because they have to, because otherwise, like, they're missing out. Like, without the Arcola, you cannot summon the King Calamity, right? So yeah, that's the thing. Yeah. Right. This is basically it, man. Yeah, man. The sky is the limit for this deck. Like, the potential is really high. I just started picking up this deck, going to attempt my first locals now with it, and then let's see, like, if I really fell in love with it. I'm also working like on a new, more consistent deck right now, trying to cut it to 40. The previous one had 45. Yeah, like, I feel like we should definitely give this deck a shot, even though we feel like Kali Yuga is the better deck because it can play not only around specific hand traps, but also around Nibiru, Shifter and D-Barrier. So yeah, we'll see. But the deck is really cool. And Dragoon is also making a cool return, which is also something that I like a lot. But yeah, that's it. Thank you guys for watching. I love y'all. Take care. Peace.